Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for some highest tier Russian gameplay. Even though I was not using a highest tier Russian tank, but as you'll see, it worked out just fine. This is a battle from the 20th of November. I'm kind of cleaning out the older videos I've got in the to-do folder, mostly in an effort to not give you guys another 100% Japan week, which was why we had a Russian first 10 at the beginning of the week and moved on to this video later. So I'm starting out in my Object 906 because of the speed that it has, and trying to race my way down to the A point and beat the enemy team there, which is probably not going to happen as we are fighting the Germans, but it's the fastest tank I had, and I figure most of our team is not going to head to the A point, so I better at least try to get down there and hopefully spot a couple enemies, if not actually destroy them. So that's what I'm doing. Shot my artillery at the intersection there, figuring at least someone is probably going to be using the roads to get where they're going because of the speed advantage you do get from driving on hard-packed road. And as you can see on the team list there, it was 100% T-64A 1971s, except for me. In my little fast Object 906. Now, KPZ-70s just barely beat me to the point here. I figure I'm dead. There's no way this dude is going to drive in front of where, right here where I can hit him. And he didn't. I'm sure he can see me here, but then he doesn't act like he can see me. I don't know if he's ignoring me because he didn't think I was a threat, or if he just couldn't tell where that shot came from. But he didn't react to me at all. Or maybe he was just worried that I was going to get a good penetrating hit on him. The second KPZ-70, I think, was totally unaware of me. And I should have actually waited and shot at him. I tried to shoot through the train cars there. And then the guy that I'm worried about gets killed by my random squad mate. And that lets me move up and get a back shot into the other KPZ-70. Set him on fire because I still can't believe that I'm totally unopposed down here at the point and have these easy shots on these guys. And then finally took my time, got a good aim shot into the ammo, and obliterated the 9.0 tank with my 7.0 tank. And then moved into the cap with my teammates. All the while wondering how the heck I'm even still alive here against two KPZ-70s. But either they didn't see me or they didn't treat me as a threat. Now, that other KPZ-70 coming up crossing here I thought was going to shoot me, but he pushed to the side. So I marked him on the map for our T-64s within the capture point with me, and they either saw him coming or they were already watching that way, or my mark held. But regardless, they saw him and shot him and eliminated him. And then we just kind of sat here unopposed in the cap. There's some fighting going on in the park, but that's really it. So I let my friend in the T-64A push ahead of me here. I drove forward. You can see a couple enemies fighting on the mini-map. I put some more artillery up at another intersection. And then as I track my gun over to the right here, you can see a Leopard A1A1 that I hit and set on fire, and I figured that should leave some nice easy pickings for my friend in the T-64. And maybe not as easy as I thought. So was lining back up to get a second shot into him as the T-64 did finally dispatch him for a kill assist there. And then continued forward looking for any enemies pushing in to recapture the A point, and then had a momentary heart attack when a Leopard A1 and the biggest gun in the world, Tiger II 105, come driving up. Got a good crippling hit into the Tiger II, and then a follow-up destruction shot on him. And then put a, what I thought was going to be a crippling engine shot into the Leopard A1A1, which ended up being a kill shot. And then kind of panicked because I didn't realize I'd taken out the cannon breech on the Tiger 105 and drove away from him as he started turning the turret towards me, but he got taken out as well for another assist. So, as I notice the enemy moves in and starts recapturing the A point, I turn around and head back to go stop them at A. All the while, just having a grand old time jetting around Cologne, Germany in my little light amphibious tank. I like the Object 906 so much more than the PT-76. I detest driving the PT-76, but the Object 906 I've had a blast with. As soon as I spade it out, I'm going to replace it into my light tank slot in my highest tier Soviet tank lineup with the BMP-1, but until then I'm going to enjoy driving it. And lo and behold, I get a second ammo rack shot on another KPZ-70, and I didn't even take down the little wooden shanty shack here to do it. And then rolled back in with another T-64 to get a second capture on the A point. Just loving the whole time that I'm still alive in my Object 906.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
So you can see our team moving in, pressing on their spawn naturally, and there really wasn't a lot of fighting that happened around the A point, and I'm not sure why. KPZ-70s can certainly make it there quickly enough, but they never really came in and challenged the point, except for at the very, very beginning, and then the last KPZ-70 that I just killed there. That was kind of it. So I figured I'll sit here and reload some ammo because I'm pretty low on it. And whoever came in and strafed here made a big mistake, I think, by strafing the T-64 instead of me, because he probably would have done significant damage to me, if not destroyed me outright. But he didn't strafe me, and I survived. And reloaded my ammo and pushed off to make a sweep through Cologne and see what we could find for any stragglers or possible tanks that had escaped our net closing in on their spawn and are pushing into the A point. So just kind of randomly patrolling around here looking for anything, listening for anybody, hoping to encounter another German tank. There's still a few enemies left. I know at least one is in an airplane, but they're getting knocked out pretty quickly, as you can see over on the map here. And as I make my sweep around the middle of the city, it's getting pretty quiet. And also, you'll notice in the chat that I'm not always the saltiest player in the game. I just want to point that out to everyone. It's not always me. In fact, sometimes I have a downright good old time in War Thunder. Like this battle. When things go as well as they did here, I don't have anything to even complain about. And no, it doesn't only just happen when I'm driving Russian bias tanks either. Sometimes it happens in all the other nations too. So I put some artillery on the A point just to stop anybody from moving in there and capturing it, just in case anyone was going to get there. And then I pulled up and would look for a good hiding and defensive spot in the park here, and I ended up finding this little honey of a spot right here with some bushes to the side, trees to the front, and a little bit of a hill to back down onto if I needed to, and I would be pretty quickly able to react to anyone capturing the A point from this spot right here, and parked it and just kind of waited for anybody to move in on A. And that really was the end of the action for this battle, honestly. The chat ended up being entertaining, but that was really all that was going on for the rest of the fight here. Just one guy left, he's in an airplane, and that's going to kind of be it. And it's a slow ticket bleed on a conquest map, of course, but at least I wasn't the only person from my team going in and capturing the conquest point, so I didn't have that to complain about either. So overall, the battle went very well, as you can see. Ending up in second place in a 7.0 tank and a 9.0 battle doesn't give you too much to be angry about, particularly since we won. Okay, apparently he had just respawned in a Flak Panzer I Gepard. He may have been AFK back in their spawn, or he may have just been sitting in their spawn waiting for our team to come in to try and shoot them, but I never heard him firing, and I did hear the shot that killed him. And that would be it. He was the last guy left on their team, and that was that. And then he respawned again right as they had no tickets left. Still, obviously the battle was going to tick off to nothing very quickly. And that was it. Sneeki Breeki and the Object 906 in urban environments works really well, even against opponents that are 2 entire battle ratings above you. So, was researching the T-34E STZ. Sorry, I thought I was working on the T-64, but I wasn't. No deaths, 3 kills, 2 assists, and 2 captures. Good enough for a second place and a victory. Can't really argue with that. The Object 906 is a fun little tank to drive sometimes, and boy, you can have some real good times with it. So that'll do. A short little Thursday video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody.